Morning all, welcome back. Bright and early start again here, 6 a.m. The reason for that is, looking at the map, we've got a massive amount to cover today. We're currently in Flagstaff, Arizona. We've got to travel 300 miles to Laughlin in Nevada. So I'm going to fold this map away. I'm going to go for a quick spot of breakfast. Welcome you aboard my hardly able-some. I mean my Harley Davidson. I've heard all the jokes over the last few days, rightly so. And join me after the steam. Right, we'll get fueled up with juice and we'll hit Route 66. Thanks for being here, folks. I've noticed, okay, I've been here for, well, nearly 2 weeks, of course now, about a week and a half. The service in America has gone to pot. I was last in America in 2014, so 10 years ago, and everywhere we go, I can't understand why people would want to turn away a group of 60 Irish people who are obviously going to drink a lot. We're all eating every night because that's why everybody goes out, to find a bit to eat and to drink. Have a good time. And people who are in the service area, from what we've encountered anyway, everywhere we've been has been quite astonishing in that people just, they don't want to take us on as a group. They can't wait to get us out. Lunchtime's included as well wherever we stop on the road, even in our small groups like this where there's only 9 people. You know, people seem to struggle with us walking in. It's impossible to ring ahead because we don't know where we're going to be or where we're going to stop. But for 9 people to walk into a lunchtime place, and then people who are waiting on us still having a strop, you know, and I don't know. Maybe we just had a bit of bad luck in that area. Everything else, of course, has run absolutely seamless. Huge thanks at this stage to the team who've put this all together for the last year and a half. It's lovely to be riding again, back with the gang. It's a bit weird yesterday on my day off when I headed up to the Grand Canyon by myself doing big boy stuff. It just felt strange being out riding by myself again, so, but this is lovely. Scenery here. It's 10 to 9 in the morning, and already my t-shirt is dripping in sweat underneath this air mesh jacket. It's a quirky little town. Very aware we have a highway patrol policeman behind us. He was sat at the edge of the town when we rode into this. We all waved at him, but now he's following us. Really don't want to get pulled. Well, I'm hoping the other guys at the front of the group have noticed him as well. So we are trying our best to keep to the speed limit here. And as he noticed, I actually did stop at that stop sign because he's right behind me here. I'll stick the rear camera on in the hope that you can see him behind me. He's just travelling very, very slowly behind us, but here we go, blue lights. Is he pulling us? Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't hear what he's saying because I've got my earplugs in. But he's having a word with a couple of the riders at the front here. I have to say that was pretty cool. Pretty cool being pulled by a cop over here.
Make sure to stop at the stop signs, okay? Because the first two bikes stopped, everybody else just followed. Like you stopped at that first.
Yeah.
Just remember that. Thank you.
So there you go. Yeah, his issue was some of the riders didn't stop at the stop signs. Oh, there's Eddie giving him his police ID. That might actually get us off from paying a fine. He's laughing now. See the gun there. He's got a pistol there on his waist. Actually, he's got two. Oh, I'd say one's a taser. Oh, the other lads will wet themselves laughing riding past us here. Shaking hands with them. And we're off. I really wanted to ask him if he would pose for a photograph, but I think it might have been pushing me luck. How cool was that though? You're probably not supposed to say that when you get pulled by a police officer in Arizona, but I thought it was so cool. All I was thinking there as he was walking down the line of the riders in front of me was, please come to me, because the shot I'll take off the video here, it'll look great on a YouTube thumbnail. Oh God, I'm getting far too wrapped up in this. Well, it looks like we're stopping here for a little refreshment break. Again, part of the charm on Route 66 is wondering what is for real and what is not. So I'm off to a barber's next, not to get a haircut, to tell you a fantastic tale. Angel Delgadillo's barbershop in Seligman is more than just a place for a haircut. It's a cornerstone of Route 66 history. His shop was a welcoming stop for all travellers passing through on Route 66, including members of the Hells Angels motorcycle club. And with a name like Angel, you'd be forgiven for thinking he had an affiliate link to their club membership, but his warm and friendly nature earned him respect from everyone, no matter their background, and his barbershop became a neutral ground where stories were exchanged and the spirit of the road was shared. However, when Interstate 40 bypassed Seligman in 1978, the town fell into economic decline, and Angel's shop became one of the few businesses that remained open. Unwilling to let Route 66 fade into obscurity, Angel became a passionate advocate for its preservation. In 1987, he founded the historic Route 66 Association of Arizona, successfully lobbying to have the highway recognized as an historic route. His efforts sparked a resurgence of interest in Route 66, playing a huge part in transforming it into today's global icon of Americana. Angel's barbershop still operates as a museum and a gift shop and stands as a testament to his dedication and the enduring spirit of 66. It's great to stop at all these places, even if it's only for 20 minutes. The amount that you can soak up within 20 minutes is Amazing, really. And they've got leaflets and information boards in a lot of these places, just giving you a sort of potted history, rather than having to look it all up on Google, you know, which is lovely. Just be careful here. There we go. Gator man was turning right. Eddie, the road captain, was telling me back in 2018 when they were here, the chap himself, the barber, was very much alive and kicking, and was here, and he actually shaved Eddie's beard. Imagine that. Getting an actual shave or a haircut from the Route 66 barber, as he was famously known. Just look at this frame here, folks. It encapsulates Route 66 for me. It has everything in it. It's got the Harley Davidsons in front. It's got the long train to the left. And of course it has this incredible scenery all around us. This is exactly the scenery I thought I would see on Route 66. It's a powerful image.
And I was getting a powerful feeling called hunger. So a quick stop in Kingman for the obligatory photo, and then a rather tasty spot of lunch where I tried the pineapple stuffed with chicken. Don't ask. Time is pressing, as we still have a rather important task to fulfill.
Yes, at last, some twisties. Now let me tell you a funny story about this, okay? So when this Route 66 was opened in the mid-20s, the first sort of commercial motor car bringing people on the migration from the east to the west in search of a better life, the first sort of commercial motor car was a Ford Model T. Now the big problem with the Ford Model T was that the fuel was gravity fed into the carburetor, which meant that if they were going up a hill like this, the fuel tank sat below the carburetor, therefore starving the engine of fuel and cutting out. So some bright spark had the idea that to get up these hills they would reverse their Ford Model T up the hill, and I can't tell you what I would give to see footage of a load of Ford Model Ts reversing up these mountains. That must have been quite something. Back brakes only for these. We have been told that a lot of these roads could be very dusty with wind blowing the sort of sand up. So from now on I'm only going to use my back brake. Don't want any slips. But this just reminds me of home in Ireland. Twisties. Any motorcyclist, if you're not a motorcyclist, gets the thrills, gets the kicks out of this part of Route 66.
You have a nice ass. That was good.
So you might be wondering what on earth is a donkey doing in a car park here. I'm going to tell you more about the donkeys in the next town that we go to. But first things first, I've got something rather special to do here.
The Route 66 Challenge started in 2002 when a group of fundraisers led by members of An Garda Síochána bravely tackled the Mother Road for the first time. Ken Brennan, a now retired member of An Garda Síochána, recruited two Chicago police officers, Tom Cody and Jack McKeown, who volunteered to become the police liaison and eventually so much more to the group.
A lot of you don't know him. Jack's been involved in the Irish 66 Challenge for the last 24 years.
Both have been involved ever since, and it's true to say the challenge would not have stood the test of time without their involvement. As has been tradition, we met at Sitgreaves Pass in the Black Mountains of Mojave County, where its stunning elevation has become a peaceful memorial and where the Irish 66ers honour and remember our fallen family and friends. Jack's ashes were placed beneath a Celtic cross with the sound of the High Kings, accompanied by the Chicago Police Emerald Society pipes and drums belting out the parting glass, in a fitting tribute to a true friend to all who had the pleasure of knowing him. Rest in peace, Jack.
Well, that was absolutely beautiful, powerful. What a moment, and what a send-off for Jack. I never met him, but since we started this trip, he's been with us. His ashes have been carried on the back of a motorcycle. He's visited everywhere we have, and it was clear to see just how much he meant to everybody who's been part of this Route 66 challenge since its conception. Oh, we're just approaching Oatman. You're probably wondering, why all these donkeys? Well, here's a story.
Oatman, Arizona, is a quirky Old West mining town nestled in the Black Mountains along Route 66. Its story began in the early 1900s during a gold rush that saw the town boom with the discovery of a massive gold vein in 1915 at the nearby Tom Reed mine. At its peak, Oatman boasted a bustling population of 10,000 and was a lively hub for miners, saloons and all the rugged charm of the Wild West.
I feel as though I'm in a western movie here, walking up the middle of the street, about to meet my fate with a gunfight against Clint Eastwood or John Wayne. Is it time to stop and turn around?
However, like many mining towns, Oatman's fortunes faded as the gold dried up. By the 1940s, it was nearly a ghost town, kept alive only by its location along the iconic 66. When the interstate bypassed the area, Oatman seemed destined for obscurity, but its authentic western vibe and peculiar residents, the wild donkeys which descended from the miners' pack animals, kept it on the map as a tourist destination.
Now, I'm asking everybody this, Peter, especially people who've done it more than once. Are you still learning? Are you still soaking up something different?
Well, like, I'm no expert when it comes to biking, but I've always had bikes. But this is serious bike, you know, wrapped into 8 days before. I think it's...
Oh, sorry. Hey! Let go! Drop it!
That was a very, very strange interruption, to be interrupted by two donkeys.
Well, I'm quite familiar with donkeys, you see. Especially they're God's chosen animals. There was a donkey in the flight into Egypt. They're Jerusalem taxis, you know. But as for the bike, it's like an advanced biking course, keeping up with these guys on the highway. The road captains is very experienced bikers, and it is a challenge to keep with them, yeah.
And are you having a great time?
Yeah, fantastic time.
There's not long left, Peter.
Yeah, no, well, we'll let it sail away. We're heading into Laughlin, Nevada tonight, so it's hot in the desert and it's tough.
I've also heard that where we're staying tonight there's a casino. Will you be trying your luck?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be playing blackjack and I'll be trying my luck. I was in Vegas yesterday on the day off, so I'm actually nearly broke at this stage.
Well, I'm sure if things are that bad, Peter, you could rob a couple of bills off the walls here. There is reportedly over $1 million in signed bills from tourists over the last few decades who visit this cafe. So nearly time to press on, but not before having a quick peek through the window of the honeymoon suite where Clark Gable and Carol Lombard spent a night. This is the real deal. You can only imagine what this place was like back in the 30s.
Well, I hope you enjoyed Oatman. I hope you enjoyed today. Look at this. If today wasn't enough, I'm then riding into the sunset to hit California within the next day and a half.
So as the day draws to a close, we rock into Laughlin, Nevada like a flock of high rollers on two wheels. It would have been fitting to have won a fistful of dollars after the day we had, but unfortunately it didn't turn out that way, and we ate dust instead. Ah well, it was still a great night. The following day, we travelled from Laughlin to Glendale in California, with a few photo opportunities, of course, along the way, but our focus was to munch the 285 miles, as the next episode is our finale, and what a crescendo to this 66 ballad it is going to be. If you have enjoyed this series, can I ask one thing? Would you please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel? It really helps getting this series out to the YouTube stratosphere and will spread the word as to why we're all doing this. Thanks again for tuning in, folks. See you in LA.